guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my weekly makeup basket, and it's actually going to cover the last 2 weeks because if you didn't notice, I didn't upload very much last week. I uploaded I think 2 videos and they had all been pre-filmed. So last week I just kind of had a crazy week. The weekend before that my family was visiting, and that's usually when I film. On Monday I had my last final. On Tuesday I was sick, and then on Wednesday our internet died and it didn't get fixed until Saturday. So I wanted to film, and have videos ready for when the internet got back up, but I ended up working a lot on Thursday and Friday. On Friday I worked from 9 a.m. to midnight, so it was a long day. So I did film a little this weekend, and I am filming this a little late just because I wanted to film it yesterday on Monday, but I just was having a bad day. It was just a hard day, and whatever. I'm feeling in a much better mood now, so let's get started. So for this month I'm kind of taking a break from all my projects and taking a break from picking things out to use throughout the week and kind of just going with whatever I feel like. But even though I've been doing that, I kind of had themes each week so I could kind of explore a different area of my collection. So the first week I did single eyeshadows, and I really concentrated on using all of those. And then the next week I decided to focus on wearing brighter lip colors. So I really kept my eyes pretty neutral, and then I wore some brighter lip colors. And then on the third week I really wanted to play around with some of my other eyeshadow palettes. So those were the kind of general things I was going for each week, but I'm just going to go over the makeup I was reaching for kind of in the order I would put it on my face. So the first thing I was wearing was my Benefit Professional. I'm happy to say that the only primer I have in my collection right now are all pore fillers. They're mostly samples. I do have one full size of the Maybelline Baby Skin. So I'm going to be slowly working my way through those. They're not something I feel like I need on a daily basis, but since I have them, I am going to work through them. So I have 2 different foundations that I was reaching for. This is the CoverGirl Clean Foundation, and this is in my Project 10 pan. But I also have been reaching for this one by Laura Mercier a little more. It's the Small Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid, and I'm in the shade Cashew. And this is my only high-end foundation. I got it for my birthday last year in September, and since it's fancy, I kind of save it for special occasions like date nights or special events, and if I only do that, I'll never get through this. So I'm going to start concentrating on this more later this year because I do want to finish it up before it expires, but I have really been enjoying this as well. Then for setting powder, I've still been using my Bia Bombshell, which is in my Project 10 pan. Then for bronzer, I've been using this by The Balm. It's the Bahama Mama bronzer. I have a bunch of different blushes I've been reaching for a lot. So I have, in my Project 10 pan, I have this blush in the shade Candy right here. It's this one right here. And my goal was actually to hit pan, and you can kind of see that I have a little bit. But, so I've kind of reached that goal already. But I've been pairing that with this blush from Tarte. So at first I was reaching just for this blush, and I got this in the Black Friday set. And it looks pretty bright, and when you swatch it, it's kind of intimidating. It's pretty bright looking. But I found when I was using a brush and putting that on my cheeks, it was actually really light and subtle. So I actually wanted to boost the color a little bit. So I thought it would pair really well with the blush from here, and I've really been liking that combo. So that's one blush pairing I've been wearing. Also been reaching for this blush by NARS in the shade Liberté. And if you have been watching my channel, you know that one of my favorite combos is to wear this along with my Cheek Pop blush in Ginger Pop. And that is what Ginger Pop looks like. Alright, so another blush I've been reaching for is this Peachy Keen blush by e.l.f. And I actually got this in a swap with Miranda because that's the name of my channel, and that's kind of what inspired our whole swap, because I saw that she was decluttering this and I said I needed to get that. So this is what that one looks right here. It's really pigmented and nice, and I was really impressed with it. I did have an e.l.f. blush a long time ago that I passed on to my sister, but this was really good, so I might have to look into more e.l.f. blushes. Not that I need any more blushes, but someday maybe, who knows. And then finally my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I've been really good about using this every day, and I've been using all 3 shades every day, so I'm really glad that I've kind of gotten into the habit of doing that because I'm hoping I will make more progress on this since I am trying to pan it. Alright, so for eye primer, I've been using this Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which is my Project 10 pan, and this is almost gone. There's probably only a few days, maybe a week left in here, so that's really exciting to get one of these out of my collection. Alright, so like I said, the theme of the first week that I'm covering in this video was kind of brighter lip colors, much like the one I'm wearing today. So I really kept the eyes pretty neutral, and I mostly did the same kind of look that week every day. And for that, I used my Urban Decay Pulp Fiction palette. I kind of did the look that I like to do with this whole palette. So I kind of put this shade all over the lid, this in the crease, and maybe this in the outer V, and use the white as a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight. But instead of using all these shades right here, I used them in the Lorac Pro, the ones that are kind of similar. So I could still make progress on my palette that I'm trying to pan, even though I'm kind of taking a break from putting a lot of pressure on myself. So I used white in here, I used taupe, I used sable and espresso, along with the cream shade in the Urban Decay palette. And then I also incorporated the Nude Mattes palette from Paula's Choice. I got this for free with a Paula's Choice order I placed around the holiday time, and someone asked me to review it, but I had never really gotten a chance to use it. So I guess I'll give you guys a mini review right now. So this is what the shade range looks like, and I think it's a really great range. I feel like with the Naked Basics palettes that I've never really been drawn to those because I feel like there's just too many light shades, and I don't feel like those look different enough on your lids. So I like that this one has, a few light shades, a lot of medium shades, and then, more darker shades. It feels more evenly distributed in terms of darkness, I guess. So yeah, so the quality of these is really good. They're nice. They're a little bit powdery, but they're very pigmented and they blend really, really well. So far I've really been liking this palette. And I think there are some more unique neutral shades in here. Like this one is this gray shade. This one's a little plummy. This one's a little warm. So you really get kind of a little bit of everything in this palette. So I really, really like this palette. And I think it's still available. I'm not sure, but if it is and you're interested in a neutral matte palette, I think this is one to consider. And then the second week, I kind of wanted to play with some more of my palettes, and I ended up really reaching for my Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette quite a bit. This palette I basically only bought for this shade down here, which is the dupe for MAC's Brown Blue pigment. Or is it the Blue Brown pigment? I don't know, but this one right here, if you can see that. It's brown with a blue duochrome, and it's really, really beautiful. Maybe I can see that better. So that's the whole reason I bought this palette, and so I didn't really pay attention to the other shades in it. But I wanted to use this one, so I did that one day, and I was looking at this and kind of realized I had never played around with it. So I swatched them all, and they're all really, really great quality and really, really pretty shades. This is a really nice rose gold. I mean, these are just really nice kind of neutral shades. The green is really pretty. So I did a bunch of looks with this last week. I put these, let's see, one day I put this one right here and this one on the lid, this one in the inner portion, this one in the outer portion, and then I put the green on the lower lash line, and I also incorporated some of the matte shadows in the Lorac Pro, so that was really nice. I really, really loved putting this all over the lid too. It's just really, really pretty, and yeah, so I'm really glad that I kind of got to play with this more because I'm really impressed with it. And Wet n Wild shadows are something I would like to try some more of. So if you have another Wet n Wild palette or trio or whatever that you really like, please let me know. I do have the Walking on Eggshells one. I did declutter it, but I still have it in my bin of things I decluttered. So that one I didn't really love all the shades in it, but the quality is really good. So if you have any more Wet n Wild that you recommend, please let me know. And then for an eye base, I have been sticking to my creamy tattoo, or my creamy beige color tattoo. I'm really determined to use this up, so even though I can use whatever I want, this is what I have been reaching for. So since it's not in a project anymore, I will show you my progress. So that is all I have left, and I'm really excited about it, and I kind of want to finish it before I leave on my trip in 2 weeks, so I'm hoping that's possible, but I think think I'll be cutting it pretty close because even though it doesn't look like there's much in there, it really lasts a really long time. So for my brows, I have this brow pencil in my Project 10 pan, and I have used it a few times, but I've mostly been concentrating on this Too Faced Bulletproof Brows. I decided it was kind of silly to concentrate on pencils when those will last a really long time, but cream products can dry up. So I really want to work on this one. So I have quite a big dent, you can see, and I mean, I'm not ready to focus on this and only use it every single day, but I have been using it a lot more. And then on the days that I have used the IT Cosmetics brow pencil, I have been using the Anastasia clear brow gel that I got in my Birchbox. So one thing that I have been using that's very new to me this week is my Inglot eyeliner gel in the shade 77, which is just black. And I've been using that with my Sigma winged liner brush, which is the E06. And I love this brush. It just makes doing winged eyeliner super easy, and using these together has been really nice. So I really want to focus on, I've been using liquid eyeliner and pencil eyeliner a lot, but I really kind of have been loving using gel liner the past couple of weeks. So this might be something I try to focus on in the future. But I need to give a shout out to this Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner because it's really made using gel liner on a daily basis possible for me. So, you know, I used to have all my makeup in our second bathroom, and so if I used gel liner or a brush with a cream product, I could clean it right there, then and there. I had everything set up, I was right in front of a sink, and I would just clean it and go down with my day. Because with gel liner, you really kind of have to clean your brush every day, otherwise the product dries up and it gets crusty and then it doesn't work very well, and you really have to clean it very often. So that was one reason I don't really reach for gel liner very often, especially now that all my makeup is here in my office and, you know, I don't have a sink right there. I mean, yes, I could bring it into the bathroom, but, you know, half the time I do that, I set it aside and say, okay, I'll wash it when I'm done with my makeup, and then by the time I'm done, I totally have forgotten about it. So since I got this, it has really changed that, because this cleans the brushes so amazing. You don't need water. What you do is you pour this into a little dish. I have this little metal pan that it came with in a set, but you don't need that. You can just use any little dish. And what you do is, it's very different than any other kind of daily brush cleaner I've seen. And you stick the brush in really quickly, and then you just wipe it on a paper towel, or I just use an old towel that I kind of used for makeup purposes, and it's just sucks all the color out super fast. It takes like 10 seconds, and then the brush is even dry. Like it doesn't have to sit and dry overnight or for a few hours. It's ready to go again if you need it, which is just so amazing. So I have been loving this. It's pretty expensive, especially the smaller bottle. I definitely recommend getting the huge bottle if you're interested in it, because it's a much better value. But I kind of ration this. I don't use it to clean all of my brushes every day, but I definitely use it for gel liner, for the brush I use with my color tattoo, and when I use like cream blushes. So for that, it's really valuable, and you only need a really tiny amount, and I am just totally obsessed with this and highly recommend it. It does have a light scent. It doesn't bother me, but if you're sensitive to scents, it might bother you, but I just really love this product. I just have so many things to talk about because it's been so long. But for my eyes, I also used this one day, the Revlon Colorstay Skinny Liquid Liner in the shade Electric Blue, and I got this after I saw Megan talking about it. I think she got it last summer or something, and it's been on my list since then. So I finally picked it up in April, and it is just, first of all, I love the brush. It's just so skinny and really easy to work with. And then it is such a pigmented, bright, beautiful blue color. Like, it is so pretty. I just love this color so much. So I think this will be really fun to wear a lot this summer. And I finally opened some new mascara. I had to say goodbye to my Benefit Roller Lash and It's Real, which I was really loving layering on each other. So I opened 2 more actually. I decided to do the Urban Decay Subversion, which I haven't tried this yet, and then the Perversion mascara. So I like them both together, or sometimes I just wear the Perversion, but this gives kind of, for me, really long fluttery lashes. My sister said this gives her really volumized lashes. I don't really know how that works, but for me, it's really long and fluttery, and I'm not wearing it today, but I do really enjoy this mascara. And then, like I said, I was really focusing on bright lips the first week. Now I'm wearing purple lipstick, which is the first time I've worn this in a long time, so, but I will show you. It's the ColourPop lippy stick and lippy pencil in Flawless. I mean, obviously I'm wearing it, but there's a swatch of it right there. And then another shade I was reaching for a lot was this Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Carina, which is kind of a bright corally shade. That's that right there. And this is one of the first lip products I picked up after I really got into makeup last year, and I really fell in love with it. I was super impressed with how it doesn't transfer at all, how long it lasts, and I'd never really experienced any lip product like that before. And I remember taking a selfie while I was wearing it, and the caption was like, "I think I'm becoming a makeup addict," or something like that. And little did I know how true that was. So I always kind of remember that about this lipstick, and I love the formula so much. I actually have 3 of them. So I also was wearing this one in Basil, and this is just a little mini sample, and this one is just a really bright red, and that is right there. And these are a little tricky to apply. You kind of have to get used to them. I kind of would just practice a few times at night, and you know, you get the hang of it pretty quickly, but the first time you use it, it might be a little hard. And then this stuff, it really lasts all day. It won't come off at all, even through eating, unless you're eating something really greasy, like anything with oil will make it come right off, but other than that, it will stay forever. And it is a little drying, like most liquid lipsticks with lasting power like that, but it doesn't really bother me as long as my lips are in pretty good shape. So I really, really love this formula, and I do want to try some other liquid lipstick formulas, because these are the only ones I really have. I do have a sample of a Kat Von D one, which I also like. And then I also was reaching for this Marc Jacobs Kiss Pop lipstick in the shade Crush, which is just a bright, bright orange. So that is it right there, and I just really love orange lips in the summer, so I really enjoyed wearing this. So it was really warm 2 weeks ago, and the last, week or so has been really cold, so I kind of have not been drawn to the bright lips anymore, so I've been wearing more neutral lips. I've been sticking to my St. Peachy Nude lipstick, which is in my purse, so I'm not going to show it to you right now. And I've been wearing Milani Matte Naked a lot this past week, and just, pretty boring nude shades with more interesting eyeshadow, like that duochrome one from the Wet n Wild. So I forgot to show you guys this lip gloss. This is a Tarte lip gloss in the shade Magic. It came in the same set as the blush I showed you earlier, and I've really been liking this as well. Looking at the tube, I didn't think I would like it at all because it looks very light pink and there's like little shimmer glitter particles in it, so I really thought I would hate this. I think this was in my declutter challenge though, and on the lips it's actually pretty sheer, almost clear, like it barely really changes the color at all. It just lightens up a slight bit, and the glitter isn't very noticeable at all. And so I was surprised how much I really enjoyed this. So this is a great kind of nude-ish lip gloss, even though it doesn't really look like it would be. Alright, so that was everything I've been wearing the past 2 weeks. I will be back with another one of these next week. Hopefully I can get it together. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!